Hello there, I'm doing a video. I'm sorry if I sound a bit annoyed, because I am. I'd rather not say why. Anyways, you remember last episode how these guys became Renastatic? Well, they're making a new Renastatic alliance, and that's gonna be... Is there a pentagonal? No, there isn't. Wait, is there a pentagonal alliance? I just want to make sure. Okay, there isn't. I'm gonna make it the Circle Alliance, though. A new alliance is made purely for Renastatic members, and it so far only has the brown team. Wait, let me just turn off alliances for a sec. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because Greece looked like they did not have many cities. Anyways, up in the yellow team, they got beaten in World War II, and like as I said with the Renaissance, it is reforming your country. I mean, bringing your country back to their former glory. And the yellow team lost a lot of land. They haven't really ever been a very strong country. The only time they were in the top, like, 5 was when there were only 5 countries. Hold on. Sorry, I was eating a malum. Anyways, the only time they were in the top 5 was literally when there were just 5 nations. The reds, oranges, yellows, greens, and blues. And they want to reform their nation to form a glory. So we see them join in on the Renastatic Alliance. Let me just colour this in yellow. Anyways, we see a new kind of alliance get made. Economic alliances. And this one is started by the Nordics. And this... Goodbye then. And this is going to be the Hexagonal Alliance. And it is going to... Why did I delete it? And it is just going to include 2 other nations. These guys. And the French Union. I'm going to put it up here. Anyways, regarding the Renastatic Alliance, there's one final member who joins it. This nation was a victor of World War I. But then a new union was made, and because of World War II, they were beaten and stripped from their glory. And that nation, wow, nearly 4 minutes without a war. Anyways, that nation is Leningrad. They will be joining in on the Circle Alliance. Anyways, we see something happen over here in Anatolia's puppet state. We see calls for freedom get made, mainly starting in this little city over here. The Anatolian government thinks, well, it's just a tiny little rebellion. But then it spreads. Eventually people along the coast want independence. Eventually people along the Syrian coast want independence. Eventually the entire border wants independence. And then the entire puppet state wants independence. But they didn't stop there. Since episode... I don't actually know what episode. Give me a sec. Okay, sorry, I'm just getting YouTube up so I can see what episode they were last in. Let me just scroll down. Let me just check episode 14 and go to the end, because there's something I just want to check. Come on, animation, go down. Oh. Oh, that is Vietnam. Give me a sec. Okay, they were still a part of Crete in episode 14. No, not Crete, sorry, Crimea. Okay. I'm gonna check after World War One. Sorry, this is taking a while. Let's just say it was episode 20. They haven't been a nation for 15 episodes. They want independence. And they're going to get it. The old green team rises up. Descendants of, like, the previous king. They form a new, like, I need to say democratic. A new democratic government. And begin invading into the green team. Now these guys are like, what the hell? Because they didn't expect it to be this, like, this wanted, but people throughout the old green homeland, they want this. They want to be part of the old green team. Eventually, all of up here gets taken, and all of this province is taken. Eventually, all of the green team has re-emerged, but they aren't stopping. They want to punish Anatolia. They invade down and encircle this city, and they take it. And then they finally decide to go for peace, in which they gain everything that they got. Let me just make sure that... Okay, there's no mapping errors. There's no errors. And they also just split the provinces too. So, within the matter of like 3 months, I'd say, the old lime team, no, the old dark green team, has been restored to their former glory. Anyways, we see something that's not really like... It hasn't really happened at all here. And that's just because it's such a boring thing. We see a few more cities get built. Mainly in Greece. As they don't have that many. As well as in Thrace. The green team decides to build some more. Being the first nation to have a province of 5 cities, now they have 6. Syria builds a few. Morocco builds a few. Being the second nation to have a province of 6 cities. We see the Italians, the Irish build some more, as well as in the homeland. Mainly just in Wales Notland. Let me just space it 1 pixel off. And here. Anyways, let's see a bit more colonization, because everyone knows that's fun. Up here where Korea is, as you should know, the world is a globe, so I can go from here, and instead of just continuing off this way, unless like I'm going upwards too, I will go around the world, not like this, and I'll be able to go to this island too. So, some people, a philosopher called Albert Shopping Cart, don't ask why, no, Albert Trebuchet, he says, we think that the world is round, just like your mum. Anyways, they prophesy that the world is in fact not flat, but round. And they managed to convince the king of Korea, and yes, I did move the capital last episode, that the Earth is a globe, and they managed to convince them to give them a little research team, and they do in fact convince them that the world is a globe. They should have already knew this because of here, but they thought that the map was just like this. Pretend America's over here. Anyways, that's what they thought the world was like. Anyways, Albert Trebuchet, or whatever the hell I called him, he goes further up into Alaska. And discovers a lot more of Alaska. Anyway, before I end this video, because I have to do something at 7, which is in about an hour, let's see our daily dose of American. We see the colonists colonize here. Anyways, they colonize lands that look like this. The Koreans go further up. They realized, actually, some of us like the cold. And they begin going further up. Anyways, these are the lands that they find. The lands that they actually like colonize or like claim. This large area, including Baja California, instantly like at least quintupling their colony, I'd say. The Irish make a landing over here, as well as one over here, claiming this land, and they say no, we don't hate the Italians, we're just colonizing. And it's true, they don't hate, they are literally just colonizing. And we actually see something happen. Over here with this area over here, to show that they don't actually hate them and they literally are just colonizing, we see the Irish give the Italians this like bit of their province, no, this bit of their colony, and the Italians are like, we like you, you're cool, well, already cooler, and they actually decide to make an economical alliance together, which I'm gonna make the Circle Alliance. A lot of circles this episode. the circle. Oh yeah, circle's here. Anyways, the green team's like, hey, can we join your alliance? We're feeling lonely. So they say, shut up, sure. They're also feeling a bit lonely because they don't really have an American thing. But little do they know, there's an entire goddamn continent here. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that. Anyways, before I end this video, I'm gonna have a bit more colonization. The Irish expand their claim to here. Greeks up to here. Italians claim up to here. The red team let the Irish claim a majority of this land. I say majority, because they like to keep it somewhat straight, and they keep it following sort of the same path. The pink team are like, wait, oh crap, you're stuck. Little do they know, as this was mainly Irish and red team, there's a lake here, so they can just cross over. They do that. Anyways, the red team does some more colonizing. French Union, they do a lot more. A lot more, by the way. Oh yeah, up here. The Nordics discover here. And they're used to the cold, so they can do the exploring up here. Well, not comfortably, but they can do it, unlike the others. Anyways, they claim this island. And all of this land. And this is where I am going to end this video here. Goodbye. Because, you know, just to make it... I think I'm going to make a thumbnail every episode. Anyways, goodbye. Actually, before I end the video, I'm going to do a power ranking. Because we haven't really had one of those in a while, have we? In first, that is way too small. In first... That is not it, I don't think. Oh! 72 is the font I was looking for. Anyways. Strongest nation by far. The Italians. Second strongest, let me just stretch this out a bit. Okay, that's done. Second strongest is the Chinese. I forgot to have the space. It's the Chinese. In the third place is the Irish. Oh my god, I keep getting that spaces. Let me just... In fourth place, it's Syria. In fifth, In fifth, it is the French Union. In sixth, what the hell? Anyways, in sixth, it is the Nordic Union, surprisingly. In seventh, it's Greece. in 8 is India, 9, Vietnam. I'm just barely squeezing in there at 10th. Okay, I just want to see real quick, give me a sec. Oh god, it goes off the screen. Anyways, in 10th, just barely squeezing in there. Somehow, is Denmark. The Danish, despite having, I'd say, the smallest empire, they are somehow the 10th. Somehow stronger than the Green team, who have 3 colonies in the, I said in Africa, and they're somehow weaker than, oh wait, no, the rest are all, never mind. Anyways, this is the power rankings. Goodbye. Oh, also, I think I might slightly recolor the Danish. I'm just gonna make them, like, a bit more orange. Yeah, that looks a bit better, just so that I don't confuse them with Syria, especially considering now they're both colonial powers. It'll be quite annoying. Anyways, okay, bye now.